Oh, hey, hello, hey, how are you? So, I was on Reddit and I was answering people's questions about posture, and someone asked me a really good question. They asked if you could pick one, stretches or upper back exercises to fix posture, which one would you choose? And at first I thought, hey, that's not a fair question. But then I thought about it and I thought, why not both? So I'll do you one better. I want to show you one exercise you can do that is a stretch and a strengthening drill to help you fix almost anything posture related, including upper back, including core control. I'm going to show you the exercise first, and then we will talk about why the exercise is so important. So don't stop here. Make sure that you know why the exercise is important, and then don't stop there. We will talk about the things that you need to be careful with this exercise if you're going to be doing it. My name is Manny. I am a physical therapist, and I help a lot of tech workers become and stay pain-free throughout their career. Okay, so the exercise. Well, let me show you. I call it the stepping forward to the box and bringing the hand up and overhead and twisting. Okay, listen, I'm terrible with names, okay, so leave me alone. Come up with your own name and let me know what you would call it. So, let me show you exactly how to do this exercise because it's a lot of things. There's a lot of things going on. There are a lot of things going on, and you can easily compensate with this exercise. And I've had patients do this exercise right in front of me and mess it right up. So please be careful when you're doing this, and let me tell you exactly how it is done. To do this exercise, you want to start off in a staggered stance. Both feet are pointing forward and not pointed out. Please make sure of that, and that both knees are bent so that you get into a soft hinged position. Now, once you're in this hinged position, you want to make sure that your chin is slightly tucked. So really all it takes is a slight nod, and then hold that nod in the hinged position while holding a dumbbell in the opposite hand of your front leg. Now, let me preface this by saying that you do not need to hold weights here, especially if you're introducing yourself to this exercise. Once you get used to the positioning and the movement sequence of this exercise, then you can grab a lightweight. You don't really need anything super heavy here. Once you've set yourself up in this position, you want to extend through the hips, keeping the core engaged throughout the entire movement, and step forward onto the box or bench or table or chair that is in front of you, and then drive your pelvis forward without bailing into your low back. This is very important. As you drive that pelvis forward, you want to bring the hands up and overhead, twisting the hands so that the thumb is pointing backwards. You want to keep your head fixed straight ahead the entire time, and you want to maintain that chin nod the entire time. So as you swing your hand up and overhead, you also want to rotate your spine towards your front leg now, which is the leg that is on the box. From here, you want to return back to the starting position. Got it? That was a lot, right? So slow it down, take it back, and then watch this part again and watch the instructions again if you need to, because there was a lot going on here. Let's talk about how this exercise can fix nearly all postural related issues, and then after that we still need to talk about the things that you need to be careful with this exercise. So first, this exercise is exceptional because it teases and tries to improve on your ability to extend through your upper back and rotate through your upper back, which is something that individuals with classic posture related issues tend to struggle with. This exercise is also exceptional because it teases our ability to use the muscles around our shoulder blade to bring the shoulder back and down, which will indirectly stretch our pec minor, which is also something that a lot of us with classic posture related issues tend to tend to have a problem with. The other reason why this exercise is exceptional is that it teases our ability to extend and improve our hip flexor extensibility. I think that was a lot there. What I'm saying is that it improves our ability to lengthen our hip flexors, especially for those of us who have tight hip flexors. Now, if we're able to lengthen our hip flexors optimally with this exercise, it also makes it easy for us to improve our core control, which is something that a lot of us with posture-related problems can tend to have as well. Okay, so now let's talk about the elephant in the room. There's a lot going on in this exercise. So if you're not careful, you will compensate one way or the other. So let me tell you some of the things that you need to be careful with when it comes to this exercise. When you set yourself up and you find that your low back is rounded, that likely means that somewhere along your back muscles and into the back of your thighs, the hamstrings, somewhere along there you may be tight. So that means that you need to stretch your butt muscles and your hamstrings. So if you find that you're having trouble hinging and keeping your back straight, that is the first thing that I would go to check out to see if you're tight there, and then address the flexibility there. If you step forward and you find that you're bailing into your low back, if you're arching a lot into your low back, that means that your hip flexors are super tight. And you might need to isolate into another exercise first before you try this one, meaning that you need to do maybe a kneeling quad stretch to really improve your hip flexor before you try this exercise, so you don't bail into your low back as much. Sometimes you may be bailing into your low back because your core is weak, and that is where you need to just squeeze your butt muscles. Your butt muscles, I can argue that it's part of your core complex. So squeeze your butt muscles and engage your lower core, and you will find that your pelvis, your spine will tilt into more neutral positions, and then maintain that position as you go through the exercise. If your back is really stiff, or if you're stuck and you can't rotate as much, make sure that you are isolating and doing some thoracic or upper back mobility drill, maybe foam rolling and extending your upper back, or just literally splitting the exercise and isolating the exercise so you are just working on pure rotation. If you're feeling a pinching sensation in your shoulders as you bring your hand up and overhead, in most cases, making sure that the shoulder blade is squeezed back and down can be extremely helpful. The other thing that you can try is to stretch your pec minor before you do this exercise first. So those are the things that you need to be careful with. Also, those are some of the things that you need to be really careful with when it comes to this exercise. Because I am concerned, I'm going to do this. I might regret this. Within the first 2 weeks of this video's post, if you want to try this exercise, feel free to record yourself and then post it and tag me. I think you can tag me via YouTube handles now, and I will check out that exercise for you and let you know the things that you need to do to correct them. All right, although within the first 2 weeks, I might regret this. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Manny. I am a physical therapist, and I already said that. What am I doing? All right, bye-bye.